Alright, moving forward we have $1 albums. First up we have Eric Anderson, More Hits from Tin Can Alley. He's kind of like they call him a Bob Dylan light, but he does, just folk music. And I like his music pretty well. This is a pretty nice copy. Give it a shot. And you got Harry Nilsson Schmilsson. I picked this up mainly because a lot of people on here have been talking about this album, saying Harry Nilsson's good and everything. And so I thought I would pick it up. This has a poster inside. It's pretty cool, just him sort of in a bathrobe, but same artwork from the cover basically. Next up we have Grover Washington Jr. Soulbox number 2. Like I said before, I love Soulbox number 1, and so I was really glad to find this number 2. I think I already have this, but just not so sure. I'm still slowly working through organizing all my records and digitizing everything and putting them in a catalog, so still not totally sure what all I have, but I'm working on that. Next up we have Harry Belafonte's At the Greek Theater from 1963. This was the third of his sort of concert records. This was an album I passed up when I was in Milwaukee this past summer. Was it? Yeah, it was this past summer. I passed it up and regretted passing it up, so I'm glad I found it again. This album's the album condition, the sleeve condition is pretty poor on this, but records are in good shape. It is stereo, so it'd be nice to have this to listen to anyway until I can find a nicer copy. And then we got a Motown soundtrack from Save the Children. Did some research. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what this movie was. I think it's some sort of documentary, but I'm really not sure. But it has Cannonball Adderley, Dre Butler, James Cleveland, Sammy Davis Jr., Roberta Flack, Marvin Gaye, Jackson 5, Jesse Jackson, Quincy Jones, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Ramsey Lewis Trio, Main Ingredient, Curtis Mayfield, OJ's, Temptations, Nancy Wilson, Bill Withers. Just a lot of great artists on here, so I picked it up for that double record, double album, double vinyl. Anyway, okay, and we're moving above $1 now. This is Pete Fountain, New Orleans at Midnight. It's $1.25. Kind of a high price to pay for a Pete Fountain record since they're so prevalent. But this is just super clean, stereo copy, no split seams, so it was worth it. Another one, $1.25. We have Peter, Paul, and Mary in the Wind. This is another one I already have, but not this nice. This is a really just super clean stereo copy. Really nice, so $1.25. I picked that up. We got Barry White, Just Another Way to Say I Love You. This is sort of mid-70s, right? He was releasing a whole lot of albums at this time, and this has sort of like an early disco sound to it, but give it a try. It's Barry White. Another $1.25, Pete Fountain, Pete's Place. This is stereo pressing also. Pretty cool. Another nice copy to add to my Pete Fountain collection. This next one, all my car buddies will love. This is the soundtrack to Grand Prix. One of probably the greatest racing movie ever made. Just great, just captured racing in a way that never had been done before and really hasn't been done since. Just incredible incredible movie, and really cool to have the soundtrack to this still in shrink, so take that off to open the gatefold, but it's really cool to find this. And we got Johnny Guitar Watson, Real Mother for You. I know Mr. Hall of Fame showed this off not too long ago, so I definitely had to pick that up, $1.25. And $1.50 we have Herbie Hancock, Light Me Up. I always like Herbie Hancock because he sort of takes the jazz and mixes it with other styles of music and does some cool stuff, so I really like it. This one, this is Peter Frampton's I'm In You. Just kind of, it's pretty cheesy, but the main reason I bought this is because the sample to DJ Jazzy Jeff, let me see here, let me pull this out real quick. The sample to Nightmare on My Street, which is on this album, is from this album, believe it or not. So that's where that sample comes from. So I bought it just for that. It's a white label promo. I spent $1.50 on it. It's a little more than I should have for that album, but it is what it is. Next up we have The Big Ball. If you've ever looked in on a sleeve to a Warner Brothers record and seen the compilations that you can mail away for, for like $2 each. This is one of them. This has like Beach Boys, Arlo Guthrie, Eric Anderson, Norman Greenbaum, Neil Young, Fleetwood Mac, Van Morrison, Kinks, Everly Brothers, Joni Mitchell, Tim Buckley, Randy Newman, Dion, James Taylor, Mothers of Invention, Grateful Dead, Pearls Before Swine. Just a lot of cool artists on these, and so I thought I'd start picking these up whenever I see them. Just they were always a curiosity to me when I was younger and buying records, and I always saw the inserts of those albums you could have sent away for back in the 70s. So I thought I'd start getting those. Next up, Donovan, What's Been Done, What's Been Did, and What's Been Hid. This is his first album, so I thought I'd pick that up. Start getting into trying some Donovan out. I know a lot of people really like his stuff on here, so I thought I'd give it a try. $1.50. We got Pete Seeger. This is sort of a collection of his recordings, electronically stereoized, so that usually means pretty bad things, but I don't really have any Pete Seeger on vinyl, so I wanted to start collecting some if I could. It was $1.75, so I picked that up. You got a Grover Washington Jr. Next Exit, still sealed. So thought I'd pick that up. It's from 1992. We got The World of Pete Seeger. Just a little double album there. And I got Pete Seeger, America's Balladeer. Another sort of stereo reprocessed thing, so it might be not so good, but I picked it up. $1.75 still there. And a copy of Fleetwood Mac's Tusk. This was $2. Did not have Tusk, so I went ahead and picked it up. And soundtrack to Fantasia. This was $3. It's a really clean copy. I don't know if this has any value to it, but $3 wasn't too terribly much to pay for this. It's pretty nice. And get $3 for Rolling Stones' Tattoo You. is one who start me up on it. I like the Stones okay. I'm kind of hit or miss on them. You know, some of their stuff I really like, some of the stuff I don't like. I thought I'd pick that up. And then lastly, we have Ringo Starr's solo album. And it's on Apple, but it has a star and then an apple next to it. And there's a booklet inside that some cool like charcoal drawings and the lyrics to the songs. It's pretty cool stuff. So yeah, that was the spring 2011 library sale. Got it was these 58 records I got, and I got a book, and it was about $60 for everything. So about $1 a record is what I paid. Not too bad. Didn't have as good a finds as I think I had last year, but you know, it comes and goes. But it was a fun day searching, and I had fun. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.